Do you know what the universe was like before the Big Bang? Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? You are the universe and I am the universe. Together we are all the universes. Listen to me and learn.
The universe is not just a place. The universe is actually a story.
At the beginning, there was silence and no movement. I was incredibly focused. I had a dream about exploding into matter. Then, 40 billion years ago, I exploded and made the Big Bang. It was really hot. And this time, I created the gravity, energy, and particles. Then I made millions of galaxies. Some galaxies came together to make bigger galaxies. It's a beautiful galaxy world now, and I'm getting cooler. Everything's better than before now. Make the thing called the supernova. It can make another star, and it make more different particles. Then the sun used his dust to make the Earth and another planet. They collect the new particles and the dust and the meteorites to make the Earth. I was really happy with my magnificent creation.
Remember what I said? We're the storytellers in the universe. That's our unique role. We have to develop new capacities, new abilities to tell the story. So that's why one of the things that we've been doing to develop our capacities, we've been learning how to focus, how to really listen, how to make room for the story, because it's such a big story.
The project that we're involved with Global Generation, lots of projects we're involved with because they're on our site, but this particular one is part of a project called the Exploratory Centre. When Jane and I started talking about that, it became clear to us that we could do something much more hands-on, where you kind of make stuff and you get your hands dirty and you get the chance to actually sort of produce something at the end. And so that was always the idea.
In my journey of making the Earth, my experience was to have a clear understanding of the vision I was going to portray for everybody else. The creativity and focus allowed bright, colourful explosions to take place and create a perfect balance of inside and out, hot and cold, and fast and slow moving. Large amounts of water, as we know as rain, hit the Earth, allowing a new substance to be formed, soil.
Well, because that whole big process, Paul will explain, is still in some ways happening now.
During the last ice age, there was 5 kilometres of ice over our heads here. It was that deep with ice. And that weight ground these rocks and produced soil. So most of that is loam, which comes from mountains, but there is some dark material in, and that's organic soil. And that's either worm soil or from the compost. Okay, they're quite tiny, don't get much bigger than this. You get a few bigger, but not generally bigger. See what it's doing there? That's a very clever device to scare big mammals like us. Ooh, I'm a snake, and of course it's not true. Have you heard of clay? Yeah. Okay, where do you get clay from?
Sculpture.
Yeah, but it's in the ground, isn't it? Before it becomes sculpture stuff. Yeah.
And clay tells a story. Clay was formed somewhere between molten earth and birth of bacteria.
Actually, life appears out of nowhere in a very miraculous way, and it starts off incredibly small. It starts off as bacteria.
I think it's amazing that we have come from bacteria. I always thought that we evolved from apes that somehow made it their way on the Earth's surface magically.
We had to wait another 2 billion years for eukaryotes to appear. They had a nucleus, big control centres, which house DNA. DNA contains all the information of the cell.
So we have a lot more in common with strawberries and with yeast than one would think.
There is a scientist in all of us, and today I learned about the bacteria.
There is a scientist in all of us, and today I learned how to get a DNA out of a strawberry.
I think that's amazing that reptiles were able to evolve into birds and were able to fly away from meteors when land creatures can't.
And you could almost think that your writing is another form of DNA. It's spreading understanding and information. Which obviously, as we found out in our story, people have always come together around fire. We really saw that fire was in the Big Bang, but actually it's inside us. We can connect with the whole of the universe story by noticing everything that's going on inside of us.
Sometimes fire has sparks and it's like sparks of excitement.
I think that the universe story has been a great story to tell, and it's been a great story to tell because it's something that involves everyone and everything. The students were involved in presenting their work to their friends and their family and partners from organisations around King's Cross and teachers from their new school. And students who maybe only 2 weeks ago were not confident to stand up and speak in front of others, today stood up and shared their story with a big audience. They were confident, they spoke passionately and with enthusiasm, and it felt like they had been on a real journey and they had really developed themselves as people.
Big Band is very good. The cinema and the garden, it's all is very good. Well done, yeah.
So we are awarding a certificate to you, and it says, "The universe congratulates you on completing stage 1 of the Big Bang Project 2012. You are now an official Big Bang ambassador. As a cosmic storyteller, your job is to continue telling my story." So well done, everybody.